busy. We've got too many commitments. The faith is not a priority. Other things have taken priority.
That's an awesome point, because Advent is still in that school calendar, right? School's still happening. School's not off because it's Advent. But Christmas gets, anywhere from a week to 3 weeks of kids getting off.
Yeah, and no one's going to skip Christmas, right?
No one's going to skip that. So,
as a matter of fact, we see more people coming for a Christmas Mass, but not Advent.
Right.
Let's take a sort of lighthearted look at this challenge between what we should be doing and perhaps what we really are doing.
Hey guys, second week of Advent. Does anybody want to light the candle with me? Guess it's just me and you, Advent-Ree.
I just have to say, we had the most fun doing that little video, and we did a couple takes, of course. And my wife Stacy, she has that line where she invites us to participate in lighting the Advent candle. Well, the first take, I think she kind of just forgot what she was saying, and so she goes, "Would anyone like to join me in lighting the Advent candle?" Like she remembered what she was supposed to say as she's saying. And I tell you what, our kids, as lovely as they are, these little cherubs, they just went off on her, and they kept repeating that back to her, and it's been going on for like 3 days now. so it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
And I just want to mention that when I was searching for making an Advent calendar, the only Advent calendars that I could find were all secular. They were makeup, calendars, and this one was stationary. It was the most neutral that I could find. There were all sorts of Advent calendars out there, but none of them really focused on Advent. Right. It was really sad. So that was selected as the least, the most appropriate from what I had to choose from. But I also love the scene of raking leaves, because it's that time of year, and we've got other things to do.
Right. What do you think the odds are if we went to like a Walgreens, a CVS, a Duane Reade or whatever, and said, "Hey, do you guys have any Advent calendars?" What are the odds? They'll say, "Oh yeah, we got a whole stock of them over here."
I mean, we see the ones in, I think it's the Costco's or Sam's Club or something like that have the chocolate, and they do have, I think they're spiritual. I couldn't find any images of that. But the idea that, we have to entice our kids, reward them. Now, we used to get those, and my youngest son would, as soon as we put out the Advent calendar at the beginning of Advent, he would go and eat all of the chocolate and close the doors back. And then we would open those up day by day, and they're all empty because he ate all the chocolate the first day.
Right. We got some wonderful mentions here from Bobette. She says, "In the home, we always have a dedicated time of family prayer in the morning before dawn with candles." Nice. We also do evening prayer. And then she notes, as a catechist, she likes to change things up on the prayer table in the room, fill it with lots of candles and focus on prophecies during Advent. Good stuff. Keep it up, Bobette.
We've got more. We're painting Jesse trees during Faith and Family, Kristen says, a monthly gathering of our faith formation program plus parents. Each day we read scripture and put the proper ornament from salvation history upon the tree. I send a message each day to remind the parents and connect with the families. Beautiful ideas. And I think that's what we really wanted to sort of highlight is, what should we be doing and why? Why is this important excuse me, why do we light candles? Why do we, make or buy wreaths? Why do we look for an Advent calendar rather? And, why purple and pink? Like, what is the meaning? Because this may be part of the key to rewrapping Advent.
Definitely. I mean, if we're just seeing these things as like, little trinkets and baubles that are like supposed to be tailored to Advent, then it's not going to have a lot of spiritual meaning for us. So we have to go a little bit deeper. And one of the aspects I like about a wreath is that the earliest wreaths that were ever used in human history were used by the Greeks, and they were used as a prize for what? For achieving some kind of victory. And in the case of Christians, Christ is the one who achieves that victory, but he shares that prize with us, and that wreath is a reminder. And each time we light a candle, each Sunday of Advent, it's illuminating that victory that's ahead of us more and more, the coming of Christ to finally destroy sin and death, to finally defeat the evil one, and to finally open heaven for us.
So that meaning is so important. And I think it's the meaning, like we have to get back to the basics, but we know what they are. But generally speaking, people look at these things and go, there's pink and purple candles, there's a wreath, there's a Jesse tree perhaps, or an Advent calendar. We're lighting candles, those just the consideration stops at what they see on the surface. So the meaning may be part of rewrapping Advent. How can we really help folks understand the meaning behind these practices? And then they become more exciting, because they're relevant then.
Absolutely. Same thing with Mass, right, Steve? Because and you went through RCIA too. So let me put the question to you: as a convert, becoming Catholic, how did it impact your worship to learn more about why we do what we do at Mass?
Yeah, it was everything about any aspect of the Catholic faith made my previous faith life come alive, because then, I found the true meaning behind it all. Otherwise, it was limited to knowledge-based relationship with Jesus. I did come from a Christian background, but seeing these practices that, that I was being exposed to and learning, where they came from and what they mean made all of the difference in the world to me.
I'm responding to a text right now, so keep on speaking.
Yeah, no, Laura says our religious ed program has made a countdown chain with scripture verses. I saw an Advent calendar that was actually the paper links, and you can undo one each day, perhaps, or something like that. That's a great idea. Living in Europe,
That's right.
Rorate masses are the focus. Pre-dawn candlelit simple mass that starts with the hymn.
The Rorate.
Rorate, that sounds more appropriate. I always like to organize these with a breakfast to follow the work or school day. I'm sorry, to follow before the work or school day. Suggest it be a mealtime or an after dinner activity.
And Kristen, we know the hows of Advent, but not the whys. And that's that's really what we're getting at here.
That's what we're getting at.
If we're going to rewrap Advent, we have to go a little bit deeper than just pink and purple candles, Advent calendars, and Jesse trees.
Right. All good engagement. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and suggestions in how you rewrap Advent. And hopefully this is helping everyone to hear the ideas and get a new perspective so that we can make the season all that it's meant to be.
That's right.
If you are getting value out of Catechist Stream today, show us the love. Give us a thumbs up in your emoticons or reactions, whatever we call those things. If you're watching on video afterward, hit the like button and let us know that this is being meaningful to you. We really appreciate that.
And as Steve said at the outset, these videos are found on YouTube, so they have like muttons. Don't try mutton, but like buttons. I'm not a big mutton fan, but I am a big button fan. So go ahead and smash the like button if you're watching on YouTube later or Facebook. We'd really appreciate that.